Bullet Club.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you've been with us before, welcome to the channel if this is your first time. This is Lee Allen Presents. As a collective, we are Lee Allen Presents. I am your host for this particular video. I'm Alan, and this is my co-host. This is Lee Ann. And as you've probably already seen from the title card, unless you've miraculously managed to skip in about 30 seconds, or well, probably about 20 seconds at this point, maybe 30 by this point by the time I finish the sentence. Breathe. Breathe. And you've completely avoided the title of the video as well. This is our WWE Backlash 2024 predictions.
Yay!
I'm not even going to attempt to say the name. I will just say that this event is coming to us from France.
Leon, France.
Yeah, there's a specific part of it, and all this kind of the name. When I looked it up earlier, it was like da 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 da. I was like, oh my god, I'm not saying all that. No way in hell.
France
no way.
Enough.
Yeah, let's go with that. So I don't really know where that is in France. I don't know my French geography very well.
I don't know any geography very well.
Yeah, fair point. But it's coming to us on Saturday, May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. I had a really bad urge to do the live long and prosper sign, but I know that so many people would just be mad at me for it, and I'd be mad at myself, but that was my intrusive thought for the day. Leanne's intrusive thought of the day. Let's continue. May the 4th, Saturday.
Yeah. You completely derailed this. Thanks for that. I have no idea what the hell I was going to say. Yeah, Saturday, May the 4th. It's quite nice to see the sticking with the Saturday PLEs.
Yes, for sure.
I'm just still a bit annoyed at AEW for doing Sundays. Damn you when you can. But we know.
Well, you can't be perfect.
Well, yeah, in a perfect world, right? So as I said, this is Backlash. It's the first PLE since Wrestlemania.
Yes.
Just about 4 weeks removed-ish from that.
It's the bonus with it being where it is for us and being on a Saturday as well helps, is we get to watch it live.
Yes, yeah. So for anyone else watching this video in the UK who wants to watch Backlash live, it will be airing at 6 p.m. BST, because we're now in British summertime.
That's like an almost decent hour for a show for us.
I mean, when we went to Clash of the Castle, it started at 7 p.m. So it's actually an hour earlier than what we would have been at Clash of the Castle.
I love it.
And then I did clock on earlier on when I was sort of just prepping notes and whatnot that King and Queen of the Ring is next.
Yeah.
And that's coming to us from Saudi Arabia. So that means we'll also be able to watch that one live. Like, what the hell is going on?
What a treat. I know there's like people the other side of the world who usually can watch these things live and can't watch these live, and that is a shame. But for us, I'm excited for us.
But then carrying on, Clash of the Castle in Scotland is in the UK in June.
Yeah.
So that's 3 PLEs that potentially we could have watched live. We can't watch Clash of the Castle live because they put it on when we were at a festival.
Yes.
I don't know why they would do that, because the festival we go to is one of the biggest festivals in the UK. It's probably the second biggest to Glastonbury.
And like many wrestling fans know, there's a wrestling rock connection.
A rock and wrestling connection,
lives.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not exclusive, but the genre, the fan base crosses over so much.
Yeah, I mean, Download used to have NXT running shows there.
Exactly.
Download being the festival that we attend. They used to have NXT there.
Pre-warning for you that we won't have our usual content for Clash of the Castle.
Yes,
we'll figure something
Bit
out.
Of a heads up. We can't do predictions because we'll be leaving by the time we can film predictions and edit them. We'll already be traveling to the site for Download. And obviously the PLE is airing at the time of Download, so we'll be watching bands live instead of watching wrestlers and sweaty men throwing each other around.
By the time we get back and have recovered sufficiently from festival, we'll be too late.
Yeah, there's no point. No point.
We'll figure something out so you get something.
We aren't going to cover this year, but we've just finished watching Monday Night Raw. I'm just going to blurb this very quickly, and the WWE draft.
Oh my goodness. The draft.
If you had to rate the draft on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate it?
That's my rating. It doesn't even get
You
one.
really missed the opportunity to just go mid.
I could have said mid, but I wanted to do a
bleh. It was awful. There was a lot of emphasis on hurry up and stay where you are.
Yeah, not much. There was some movement, which is going to change the face of it, but It's not nearly as drastic.
So
as you
what you mean is
expect.
Shinsuke won't be in catering in Raw, he'll be in catering in SmackDown instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And those
okay.
NXT guys, they might get a couple of weeks
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
TV.
Gotta rep my boy, the Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
Well, he was with Braun Breaker as tag team champions in NXT as the Wolf Dogs. Braun Breaker's going to Raw. Baron Corbin's been called up to SmackDown. And apparently the reasoning behind that is that they see Braun Breaker as a breakout single star, which does make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm just a little worried that they're going to have Baron Corbin flounder and do stupid crap again. Like this was a happy Corbin and broken or whatever, like the bankrupt Corbin thing they were doing. And,
it was so bad.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah. It was awful. Baron Corbin deserves better. Hashtag justice for Corbin.
Justice for Corbin.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about the draft and how crap it was. I mean, how awful it was.
Yep.
We're here to talk about our predictions for WWE's Backlash PLE coming up, as I say, on this Saturday.
Yay.
So if you've seen one of our predictions before, you'll know that I run the predictions. I kind of give a little bit of background, then we give our predictions, and we go to the next matches. So we always do the non-title matches first, in the order that we're...
Almost always. Sorry.
Yeah, so...
there was an occasion it wasn't. I'm derailing so much, sorry. Continue.
Non-title matches first in the order that I'm looking forward to them the most.
Yes.
Followed by title matches in the order I'm looking forward to them the most. The only outside variation that we would do would be something like Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. That is the spiel, and Leanne just completely poo-pooed on it. Thank you for that, Leanne.
Hey, I'm just getting involved.
Happy wife, happy life. I don't feel happy right now. I keep getting derailed. I just don't have any input apparently. Should I just hand you this and just let you run?
No, you can.
Okay.
I'll just not talk.
So
Sorry.
I was looking at this earlier and I was like, oh, there's only really 2 title matches on the show. My mic's flying all over the place. There's only 2 title matches on the show, I'm thinking. So I start writing down the matches. So I'm looking at the match cards on the website, and I'm like, hang on, no, there's not. There's 4. I'd forgotten that 2 of the women's matches were title matches because there's not really been much of anything going on.
Yep.
So we have 5 matches, 4 of which are title matches. Why is it all the European PLEs seem to have like 5 matches?
Oh.
And yet you get WrestleMania, and I know someone out there's going to be a British WrestleMania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on night 1. 6 on night 2, but one of those was an hour-long fest.
Yeah.
We're not going to get an hour-long from any of these guys. So the one before that would have been Elimination Chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches there in Australia. Royal Rumble wouldn't count because of the Royal Rumble matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches at Survivor Series, but there was 2 Survivor War Games matches. Yeah. It just feels that Crown Jewel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches at the last Crown Jewel. Like, why is the European ones getting shafted with small amount of matches? I don't get it.
Plus Australia.
Yeah. Well, technically Australia's a British colony, but I've got that. Anyway, so moving on, first match on the card that we're going to talk about is Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Now, for anyone who only watches the PLEs or doesn't keep up with the show or sort of only watches our reactions or predictions, whatever, they're probably going, who's Tama Tonga? Sit down, kids. Let's enlighten people, shall we? So, when Roman Reigns lost his championship, we're not going to talk about that too much, obviously, because of WrestleMania. If you want to see our WrestleMania reactions, go back and watch the video. But Roman Reigns lost his match. Jimmy Uso lost his match. The Bloodline did not have a good WrestleMania. On the next SmackDown, it's like Roman Reigns nowhere to be seen. And Solo Sikoa, Roman and Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso are in the ring, and Paul Heyman's just yammering on the mic. Solo grabs the mic and he's like, we need to do some housekeeping. There's been some failures here and we need to cut dead weight. And Heyman's like looking, is he going to hit me? Is he going to hit me? And he sort of pushes Heyman aside and starts staring at Jimmy. And Jimmy's like, looking at me? You mean me? And Solo goes over and he hugs him. He's like, I love you, bro. I love you. And then Jimmy's like, I love you too. Steps away, and all of a sudden, Jimmy gets jumped by some guy in a hood. It's like, what the hell? Pulls down the hood. It's only Tama Tonga from...
New Japan?
New Japan Pro Wrestling. One of the founding members of Bullet Club. One of the members of the Gorillas of Destiny. which the tag team name for that just acronyms down to GOD.
Okay. That's cool.
Gorillas of Destiny. And it's like, wait, I knew Tama Tonga's contract had expired because I've been semi-keeping up with New Japan. I'm about a month behind at the moment. But it's like, wait, okay, so Tama Tonga's left. He's left New Japan. He's going to WWE. He's signed with WWE, okay, right? They're going to dump him on NXT, right? They're just going to make him run through all the ringer, right? Nope, straight onto the main roster, straight into the Bloodline story. Like, holy crap!
Yep.
This is probably one of the best things they could have done, period. Because Tama Tonga is a beast. Anyone who's seen the last couple of weeks when he's been beating up Jimmy or beating up on Kevin Owens will know that he's an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga is great. He's no one to be sniffed at. He's nothing to sit on. He's superb. So, as I say, they beat up Jimmy. Jimmy's out of the Bloodline. Yeah. In reality, Jimmy has some sort of injury. It's an undisclosed injury. People are surmising it could be shoulder. So he'll be out for an undisclosed period of time. Okay, fair enough. So then, I can't remember if Kevin Owens was running his mouth or if they just decided to jump Kevin Owens. I can't remember the specifics. But the Kevin Owens is now in the Bloodline crosshairs.
Yep.
And they start beating him up, and they just there was a point where they just sort of see Kevin Owens flying out from the entrance part on the ramp on the stage, whatever you want to call it. They don't usually use a ramp much anymore. And he's bloodied, and Solo and Tama are there, and they're beating the hell out of him, and he fights the back, and then he fights back to the front, back to the ring, and they start beating him down some more. And out comes Randy Orton for the save. And obviously the Bloodline kind of, I guess I don't use just a tactical retreat, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we are now. So we've got Kevin Owens and Randy Orton teaming up again, which is cool because they're a good team, against the absolute powerhouse Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
Or MFT. You know, I'm so happy they didn't drop the ball with Tama.
Yeah.
They just brought him up, and he's just been bulldozing so far. Like, they could have just dumped him in NXT and had him flounder. Or, well, he wouldn't have floundered, but they would have been down there for a year, maybe two, whatever.
Yeah.
Before getting the call up. It makes sense now, clearing out the Roman's not going to be seen for at least 3 months, from if what I've heard is true. Jimmy's out on the shelf. That would leave just Solo Sikoa. What are they going to do? They need to put new blood in there. So obviously they brought Tama Tonga in for that. And the rumor is that Jacob Fatu will also be brought into that.
Cool.
Into the faction at some point, because his indie contract, I can't remember, I think it was MLW, his contract's expired, he hasn't renewed it. So rumor has it that he's WWE bound as well.
Cool.
So we could see another new member of the Bloodline show.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you guys have with this one?
It's notable is Solo seems to be taking over the Bloodline a bit.
And he started wearing suits.
Yeah, started wearing suits. He's sort of ordering Paul Heyman around, not letting him call Roman Reigns, this kind of thing.
It's like he's the new tribal chief. Oh, yeah. Paul Heyman went to call Roman Reigns during Tama Tonga's debut, and he stamped on his phone.
Yeah.
Just boom, stamped on it. I don't think it broke, but
he kept his foot on it so no one could see that it didn't break, I think.
I guess what they probably did is wait for the camera angle to cut. They got a signal. He just kicked out of the ring, maybe?
Probably.
I don't know.
No, it was very pointedly not lifting his foot back up, but then it's fine. The ring's springy. You're not going to easily break a
Plus,
bone
wrestling
on it.
boots have got a lot of padding on it, so you're not going to, it's not going to be like a workman's boot where it's like a steel insole or just solid rubber or whatever. It's got bounce to it,
Yep. I'm loving the story at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see where it goes.
Yes.
And also, what happens if and when Roman Reigns does return? Will he come back to try and take the Bloodline back, or what's going to happen in between?
I mean, this kind of gets a bit off point, and I'm trying to keep this. It's not going to be a long video, not as long as some of the others, but I get the feeling that we could potentially end up with Bloodline Civil War, kind of like what they did with Tama, with Solo and Roman versus the Usos.
Yeah.
Instead, it will be Solo, Tama, and Solo and Jacob Fatu kicking Roman Reigns out of the Bloodline, Roman and the Usos reuniting to face Solo, Tama, and Fatu.
That sounds good.
That would be nuts. The only way that you can get any bigger than that is by drafting some more people into it, like maybe even The Rock, and do like a War Games.
Yeah.
You know, Bloodline Civil War and the Bloodline Civil War Games.
That works.
Boom. That'd be great.
Sure.
If you got nothing else to say, who you got?
I think going Solo Tama.
Yeah.
Mainly because Tama's still very new in there. They're trying to promote him as the powerhouse, and
MFT.
Solo is the
Mhm.
also a powerhouse.
Yeah, Solo is. I mean, he's beaten John Cena.
Yeah, so Kevin Owens and Randy are an amazing team.
Yeah.
And amazing on their own as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be an easy thing, but I think Bloodline, I suppose.
Still Bloodline. They're still classed
Yeah.
as the Bloodline. They got drafted as Bloodline.
Mhm.
Who am I going for?
Same.
I think that having Tama Tonga come in this strong
Yeah.
and have him lose in his first match, regardless of it being a tag team match, would be a drastic misstep.
Yeah, I think the only way that they would lose is by DQ.
Yeah,
That
potentially.
could work if they just end up brutalizing
Potentially,
Kevin Owens
yeah.
and Randy Orton.
But then still it's a loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think Tama is going to go on to big things, I think. I hope. He really deserves it. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Tonga Loa and Hikuleo when their contracts expire in New Japan. Because if they have seen what these Tama's doing, because I'm assuming they're still close friends, like they'll be like, right, maybe we should go and join him. So maybe they could be the next two members of the new bloodline.
Yeah.
If and when their contracts expire.
Sounds good.
The other members of Guerrillas of Destiny, that is. Cool. So that was the end of our non-title matches.
Oh my goodness, that took a while. Oof.
I should probably state as well that if anything does change on SmackDown, we're uploading this before SmackDown because of the short turnaround. As always, if you've seen the videos before, you know how this goes. We will put any updates to our predictions in the description of this video after SmackDown is aired, before the PLE starts, for any changes or any new matches that get added, if there's any new matches that get added, and so forth. Cool. So
add anything to the pre-show, the buy-in?
Yeah, I doubt it. No, the buy-ins, AEW.
I don't know. I can never remember what it's called.
Pre-show. It's called the pre-show on this one. So the first of our title matches is going to be a women's match. Oh, excuse me. And that is going to be Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, defending the women's tag team championships against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So this continues on from the feud from WrestleMania. Again, if you want to know more about that, you have to go and check out WrestleMania. If we started tracking and displaying everything that's happened over the last few months.
Between pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Sorry, PLEs.
I'm trying to get us cancelled over here. No, she's derailing us harder by getting us cancelled next. So obviously Bianca's team, or Bianca, Jade, and Naomi run against Damage Control.
Yeah.
Obviously Kabuki Warriors are still with Damage Control. And I mean, there's not really been much since then of this. It's just there was a point where Bianca was in the ring and the Kabuki Warriors came out, or was it on the stage having an interview? You know what? I that invested in this, I can't even remember the full details, because I expected better for Jade.
Yeah.
They're just dumping her with Bianca Belair to try and make Bianca Belair relevant.
Or having a squash Chelsea Green.
Oh, Jesus. So Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes comes out, cuts this promo, out comes The Rock, and they're literally in the ring for 45 minutes.
It's long.
Just chatting. And it's like, what the hell? Because of the overrun, they had to cut time from other matches. One of the matches was scheduled to go for a lot longer, was Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green.
It was always going to be a squash match, but
it ended up being less than a minute long.
Yeah, it was disastrous.
Awful.
For like Jade, just like must be livid.
And it's like we said this before with the Bloodline. They come out and they do that kind of stuff. They sort of 35-40 minute promos, or 30 minutes on SmackDown, whatever it is. And it's like, well, great, because you're getting matches cut, you're getting time cut from other matches. I would never have expected Cody Rhodes to go along with something like this.
No.
But yet here we are.
Yep.
Roman Rhodes 2.0.
Roman Rhodes.
So like Bianca was out and she was mouthing off to Damage Control, and Damage Control like, well, you're outnumbered. The Kabuki was, you're outnumbered. What are you going to do? And out comes Jade Cargill. And then a match gets made where they're going to fight each other for the tag titles. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only the second time they've actually teamed up. First time as an only duo pair, like a proper two-person tag team tag team.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I really don't, because this is just their way of going, okay, let's put Bianca in a title picture because we're not putting it in with Bayley.
Yeah.
We're not putting it in with Becky Lynch.
This didn't need to be a title match, essentially.
Nope.
It could have just been a tag match.
Yep. It could have even been Io Sky and Dakota Kai. You to get to the tag champs, you got to go through us first.
Yep.
That feels like a very damage control thing to do.
Mhm.
But no, Jade has been in the Rumble. She's had one match at WrestleMania, and she's had 2 matches, one on Raw, one on SmackDown since. And they've all been ridiculously short. They've been ridiculously underwhelming. Her Royal Rumble appearance wasn't.
No.
But the 6-woman tag match at Mania was underwhelming. The Chelsea Green squash match in less than a minute was awful.
Mhm.
And the other match was a squash match. I can't even remember who she fought.
She fought Chelsea Green again, didn't she? She did twice. Oh, but then she did have someone else as well.
Oh, was that? Oh, that was Bianca. Oh, that's probably what it was. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Was Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Bianca and Jade.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's still, I'm just not invested in this because it's just so lackluster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Any other thoughts?
Not really.
What you got?
I have a really bad feeling about it.
Yeah.
Because of how Jade's not really getting a fair shot, and her match got cut, that she's unhappy. And to keep her happy, they might want to give her a title, and this might be the easiest and lowest impact one for them to give. So it might not happen, because I think storyline-wise it doesn't work.
No.
But I'm going to predict Bianca and Jade win, just from a sort of potential behind-the-scenes political standpoint.
Who am I going for?
Same.
Mainly in the sense that for some reason, some top executive or top brass in WWE sees Bianca Belair as this massive breakout star when she isn't.
Yeah, and she was the number 1 draft pick, right?
She was the number 1 overall draft pick of the entire draft.
Mental.
Why?
She's not bad.
No.
Good.
No. I'm not saying
But
she's trash.
Is she number 1 pick?
No.
No.
Is she still running a gimmick that she's been running for probably close to 10 years and is boring as hell?
Brought it from NXT many, many years ago.
And now is my feeling is that Jade, as you say, is kind of probably unhappy. She wants to show her worth. And what do they do?
Fair enough.
Stick her with Bianca Belair. But that's probably because Bianca Belair is whinging that she's not got anything to do. So what do? They take the 2 people who are probably dissatisfied with what's going on with them right now, put them in a team, and as you say, the women's tag titles is a way to sort of sprinkle some sugar.
I'm hoping that it doesn't happen. I'm fully justified. Jade is fully justified being upset with the cut match when she's been brought in as this brand new star and the
mega star. They were pushing her like a mega star.
She's got every right to be unhappy. She should be in the singles title picture for sure, and have a proper build up, a proper run, show her dominance, run through the locker room, and get a singles title that way. Mm-hmm. So I'm really hoping that we're wrong on this one. But
yet, when does anyone ever do that in WWE?
I know.
When was the last time Jade Cargill did that? Let me think. Oh, AEW, where she held the title for nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
And was dominant and showed her worth and severely improved.
She belongs at the top.
She belongs with a singles run. She belongs as a solo athlete because she is a physical specimen.
She don't need nobody.
She's a strong, independent black woman.
Accurate.
Facts. Nothing but facts here at Lee Allen Presents.
Nothing but facts, apart from all the conjecture and fan booking.
Conjecture and innuendo. So the next match we've got then is the second of our women's matches on the card, and it is Bayley defending her WWE Women's Championship against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Slight side rail.
Okay.
I've only just realised there's only one match from Raw on this card.
Pre or post draft? I can say both, because nothing's changed.
Both. All these stars on this card stayed... No, wait. Kairi Sane and Asuka did jump to Raw.
Okay.
But Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are on SmackDown. But they did say the women's tag team championships can go across both shows because there's not enough women basically in the division. So the
impact of it hasn't changed.
No. But the rest of them, they're all the same.
You know why? Because what's the point having a premium live event straight after a draft when everything's meant to change? And then you're having title matches. And they're obviously not going to be changing where they're going because they're going for the title. Sorry.
They really should have waited until after Backlash or done it right after WrestleMania.
Yes, straight after a premium live event. So then the build-up comes as a result of any move.
Imagine, like, right to a WrestleMania, we're just getting word now from both Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis and Triple H himself, Paul Levesque. The draft will take place starting Monday night on Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, that'd be great.
It still would have been lackluster.
Oh, yeah.
Because it still would have been the same results. But still, yeah.
But you'd have had a raucous crowd as well. So you'd have been more into it.
Yeah. I mean, there was a match they were having on Raw last night and the crowd were dead. And it was like, this should not be a dead crowd, but he was dead.
The commentary was dead as well.
Yeah, well, we got CM Punk in the building as well.
Ooh.
Anyway, so Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton.
Yes.
Came about from Naomi and Tiffany having a singles match to determine the number one contender on SmackDown, obviously, because they're both SmackDown talents. Naomi obviously wins the match.
Yeah.
Next week on SmackDown, Bayley versus Naomi for the Women's Championship, WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton gets involved, gets the match thrown out. Okay, great. Then last week on SmackDown, as we're recording this, they have Naomi versus Tiffany again to determine who will face Bayley at Backlash. Nia Jax gets involved for some reason and bulldozes and squashes the entire match. So then the next thing you know is, it's a triple threat.
Mm-hmm. Which you called from really early on in the story.
I did. Yeah.
It was quite obvious.
As soon as Tiffany broke up the Naomi-Bayley match, I said they're going to do a triple threat.
Yeah.
And then the next week on SmackDown, they said they're doing a triple threat. And it's like, all right, cool. Okay. What? There's literally nothing else to say about this, because that is literally the long and short of it.
Yeah. So Naomi and Tiffany had a bit of a fight during someone else's match for a bit.
Yeah.
On Raw, which is all right, but a bit like, why? What's the point?
Yep.
I don't know. Tiffany was just, I don't like Tiffany as the character.
No.
But she was just sat in the crowd.
I hate this. I don't know.
Was she doing anything, or was I not paying attention?
She was just sat there spectating.
And then Naomi attacks her.
Yeah.
Isn't Naomi meant to be the face?
Yeah. I'm trying to think whose match it was. Was it Liv and Becky, maybe?
I think it was Nia and
Nia and Liv, rather. Yeah.
So maybe it was the Nia interference that caused them to.
Maybe I don't know.
I
mean, we're still clutching at straws, right? Because why would Tiffany Stratton be sat front row? Stupid. I really hate this Tiffy time thing.
Yeah,
it makes it sound like a preschool kid show.
Childish. I know that's probably what she's going for. Also, she's very much encroaching on Chelsea Green's "I want to talk to the manager," not being treated fairly thing.
So
which I don't like that. We can't have two people doing the same gimmick.
The catch now is, though, that with Chelsea Green going to SmackDown with Piper Niven, could Piper Niven get kicked out of the team and Tiffany Stratton brought in to replace her, and then we got two Chelsea Greens in one team?
No, I like Piper with Chelsea. I think it's an interesting fit.
It's almost like a grounding, but kind of like, I don't know.
It's weird, but it works. Anyway, back to Tiffy time.
Anything you got to say about this apart from that?
It's a bit of a weird match.
I think your stomach's got something to say.
Stomach's got something to say. Digesting a lovely dinner.
Yes.
I'm going to have to say Bayley retains.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine any other outcome other than another disqualification. I guess.
We can't. It's triple threat.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no disqualifications. There will be no countouts.
Bayley retains.
The only way that this could possibly get thrown out would be if someone comes in and bulldozes all three competitors.
Nia Jax.
All three. As soon as one of them's taken out, the other two are going to jump on her, right?
True. Very true.
Who have I got?
Bayley.
Yeah, Bayley. So, I don't see Bayley losing it.
No.
That would completely rip the wind from her sails, and I think that would be really bad.
She's on the up at the moment.
Yep.
Again.
Yep.
Just great. Just up.
Ding dong. Hello. Bayley all the way for this one for me. I don't see this changing.
Cool.
Okay, and then we move on to the first of our
men's title match.
Men's title matches. I was going to try and figure out if they're going to try and start going. This is a double main event, but I can't see them doing that. Let's hope they don't do that. But we've got for the WWE Undisputed Championship, we have Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, or rather, Cody Rhodes defending against AJ Styles. So there were two triple threat matches on SmackDown. I wouldn't say it was LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, and I can't remember who the competitor was. LA Knight won his match. Then you had AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and I want to say Rey Mysterio. Yes, it was Rey Mysterio. And AJ Styles won his match. Then the next week on Raw, we had AJ Styles versus LA Knight in a direct rematch, less than 2 weeks after WrestleMania.
Yep.
To see who goes to face Cody Rhodes, a Backlash.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert, you already know who wins. It's AJ Styles. Yeah.
No. Nuh-uh. That's what I was
And like, I know there's probably a lot of unhappy people about that,
Yeah.
but I like LA Knight.
Mhm.
I don't think he's ready to be in that part yet.
Fair.
I think he needs to have the US title or the Intercontinental Championship first
Yeah, that makes sense.
before springboarding up to that top level. Is he white hot right now? Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Does that put him in line for a title match?
It can.
It can.
But
But-
I agree with you. It's one of the, I don't want to say lesser titles. It's like, it's a different,
Yeah.
different type of title.
Yeah. And like the especially well, it won't be the Intercontinental Championship because that's staying on Raw, but
Yeah.
that has such prestige around it, and a lot of guys fight to have that Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Because of the prestige.
Yeah, I think that would be a good, that type of thing, or the US title's the other one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There'd be a good fit for him at this stage.
And I just want to see LA Knight beat the living hell out of Logan Paul.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
So then last week on SmackDown, we had the contract signing.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a contract signing, or am I imagining something else?
There was definitely a contract signing for something. I don't think it was this one. Wait.
I'm pretty sure it was Cody and not AJ. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And these like two boys from Georgia, blah blah. And he's kind of like, I respected your old man, but I'm going to make that title relevant and so forth and all this kind of stuff. So it's just, there's not been a massive amount. There's been a couple of ways back and forth, and they're going to have another face to face this week on SmackDown apparently.
Mike? Sorry.
Ask Paul Levesque. I have no idea.
Try and get some more storyline in it before they get to the match.
Yeah, good luck.
Sometimes you don't need it. If this is like, there was a tournament to determine the contender.
Yeah.
They get a match.
Yeah.
They have a contract signing. I think it works. But do they need another thing?
I don't think so.
There we go. It's fun. It takes up some time.
I mean,
you'll probably talk for 40 minutes.
Is this? Oh god, I can't stop going. Is this going to be a good match? Yeah, I think it will be.
No doubt.
Is it? I don't even know how to. I don't know if this is a match I want to see right now.
Yeah.
Is the problem with it? I think because the problem is because we're so used to seeing at the previous year's WrestleMania backlashes, like you get the rematch, like Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns and he's looking for his title rematch and all this kind of stuff. We've had that, or just like the direct rematches from WrestleMania, and it just kind of, I think it's throwing me for a loop a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's putting me off.
Because it's always sort of been, it's the repercussions of WrestleMania end up at Backlash, which is why you get so many rematches. But yeah, this year is different. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I mean, there's only technically the one, and that's Bianca and Jade versus Asuka and Kairi Singh.
And it is a different makeup of the match because there's only 2v2.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be a good match. And I'll be interested to see how their styles, no pun intended, clash. That one was intended. Because they're both great wrestlers, but I can't sort of visualize it working particularly. Not saying that I can't visualize it working well. I can't visualize it full stop. So I'm looking forward to it from that aspect. Yeah,
and as I said, no, I've been an advocate for AJ Styles for years. I used to watch him in AEW, TNA.
He is phenomenal,
and he is phenomenal. AJ Styles, he's so good. Like going back, and I could probably do it going back and watching some of the old matches. Like there was the 6-sided ring is a lot more dynamic. It's a bigger ring. And there was a triple threat match with Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles, and it was incredible. And he had so many great matches, and he went through so many different character developments there. And he's starting to do the sort of slight character development here. He's had the same character almost for the last, was it 2016? I think he entered the company, so we're looking at 7-8 years, whatever it is. And it's like he's had like little twangs of slight difference, like, oh, I'm a heel, I'm a face, oh, I'm going to fight for this, I'm a heel again, oh, I'm going to just pout. But now he seems to be flipping on the other side, and he's like, I don't need anybody. He's basically cut off the OC. He's gone full on heel, and I really like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. And Cody Rhodes, as I say, I don't know if I wanted to see him beat Roman Reigns or not. I don't know.
I wanted someone to beat Roman
because I didn't want to see the same match twice back to back, because we've had that so many times. We've had Triple H and Undertaker twice in a row. We've had John Cena and The Rock twice in a row. We've had Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes twice in a row, and I'm just like, oh god, I think we even had Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar twice, but not in a row, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, come on, And it's kind of goes to the like, people are saying, oh, AEW, they've got no-name talents. Well, they do. They had Swerve Strickland win the AEW Championship at Dynasty. They are building their talent.
Yeah.
They had MJF hold the title for a year. They're building a new generation of talent.
Mhm.
What's WWE doing? They're sticking with the same people all the time.
Yeah.
This is why Becky Lynch is once again women's champion after Rhea Ripley had to vacate the title because of an injury.
Boo.
Because they didn't want to stick on anyone else because they haven't built anyone to that point.
Mhm.
Why haven't they built anyone to that point? Who knows? Nobody knows. That's the problem. You need to start building your stars.
Let's make that investment.
Anyway, anything else you guys say about this?
Don't think so.
Who you got?
Cody.
Cody.
There's no way they're going to make him lose it on the first PLE after WrestleMania.
Imagine
no
that. Imagine
chance.
the backlash from the fans.
Oh, well.
I can play this game too, Leanne.
Yeah, no chance.
No, absolutely not. They literally would be an American nightmare for him if he lost that title on the first events. I know there was a scare when he faced Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown. It looked like Hayes was going to spring off the ropes. Cody, so Hayes comes off this rope. Cody goes off this rope. Looks like he's going to Cody cutter him. And I think Hayes jumped too early.
Yeah, something went
and
wrong.
It just kind of, they both just missed each other, and Cody landed hard on his shoulder. Whether or not he's got an injury, there's still some sort of, is he injured or not? There hasn't been anything announced, but there's speculation he might have tweaked his shoulder, which isn't something that you just get over because it's an integral part of the upper part of the torso.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah. Anyway.
Make it work.
Yeah. I mean, he wrestled with a torn pec, so.
Idiot. Anyway.
Let's not say that again, please. Please. Moving on to the final match of the night, and the one I'm most looking forward to. We have defending his World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest takes on Jey Uso. So, yeah, Damian Priest pulled the swerve of all swerves. Drew McIntyre wins the belt from Seth at WrestleMania. Yeah. Punk gets involved. Yawn. Damian Priest comes out. Yay! And beats Drew McIntyre to become the new World Heavyweight Championship. That's the long and short of it. If you want the full rundown, go back and check out our reactions from WrestleMania, as they say. And then, I don't even remember how did Jey beat someone to come into this match? I don't even remember. I feel like he beat someone.
Yeah.
But who was it?
No.
Yeah. No.
It can't have been that impactful.
No. I'm pretty sure it was the night after Mania. I'm gonna have to look this up. But
yeah.
It's another one of those ones which really hasn't had any other build up at all. There's been a couple of words back and forth. There was that point where Damian Priest went to him or he was in the ring rather. Jey Uso was in the ring after becoming #1 contender. And he said that, I when you jumped over to Raw, I came up to you and I told you I respected you. You could have done without that bloodline stuff. I wanted you in the Judgment Day because I could see your potential and you turned us down. And sort of Damian Priest really gave him a good, nice bit of a shining up. It's like taking a piece of coal and kind of shining it up a little bit, which is really nice. Kind of giving him props, like say, I respect you and, but at the end of the day, this is my championship, and there's absolutely no way you're gonna take it off me.
Yep.
Then led us into last night's 6-man tag match, just come out of nowhere, which was it Ricochet, Andrade El Idolo, and Jey Uso. Can't think of his name now. Versus the Judgment Day. So Damian Priest, you had JD McDonough, who'd been punched in the face by Logan Paul with 3 Super Bowl rings on, which was just awful.
It looked bad.
Oh god, my brain today's just not working. Finn Balor?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, it has to be in Finn Balor, yeah. And obviously they had Dominic on the outside.
Yep.
Because he's not cleared. He's got an injury to his elbow, which sucks.
There's a lot of elbow and shoulder things happening at the moment.
I know, right? Okay. Jey Uso would answer the question. Okay, so it was a fatal 4-way.
Oh, yeah.
So it was Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. I know that Bronson Reed was in there. And I want to say it doesn't say the full 4 members. And I'm pretty sure it was Ricochet, maybe. But it was a fatal 4-way. He won on Raw to become #1 contender. Okay, yeah, great, whatever. But going back to the 6-man tag last night, Jey Uso pins, I think it was JD McDonough. And it's like, right, okay. And then they end up having a stare off in the ring with Damian Priest holding his title in his face. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's about it.
That's pretty much it.
Mhm.
It's like, I like this long burn story, but I actually, and like sometimes I can perceive that there's no story much happening at all throughout the weeks.
Yeah.
If there's only 4 weeks between an event or between matches, like if you're going to do WrestleMania and then have a match at King and Queen of the Ring, for example, you've got a good chance to build up.
Yeah.
Which gives a lot to talk about.
Mhm.
4 weeks.
It's not enough.
There's too many people who they're trying to show on the show.
Yeah.
They're not building anyone
Mhm.
because nobody's getting a fair rub,
Mhm.
and it just feels pointless.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like they need at least 6 weeks between.
Oh, that's the dream. That's the dream, isn't it?
It'd be good for us. Make life a bit easier. But also, like you say, give them chance to actually build compelling stories in between, not just have to rush something out so they can get to the next match.
Which is why I was a full advocate for AEW when you're running one show like every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. And whilst those videos do end up running long form because A, there's a lot of matches, and B, there's a lot to recap.
Yeah. It's better than
having no build up at all.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what this PLE's got.
Mhm.
You know? Apart from the Bloodline match. Anything else you got to say? Damian Priest versus Jey Uso?
Not particularly.
Who do you got?
Similar to the previous one, Damian Priest win, because why would they take that off him immediately? Not counting Drew McIntyre, of course, who got it taken off him literally instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've made a champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. I've already written down. I've got Damian Priest as well. There's no way I'm betting against Damian Priest.
No.
They would be stupid to take it off Damian Priest right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people sleep on Damian Priest, I think. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do what's going on today. And like he held that Money in the Bank for what were July, so like 10 months, whatever it was. You know,
kept it. He sort of almost attempted to cash in a couple of times.
Yeah. But I kind of liked that they were going, oh well, he's gonna fail. He's gonna fail. And then to further the Drew McIntyre CM Punk lark, they utilized that as a tool.
Yeah.
And he's kind of springboarding off of that feud in a sense. And I want to see Damian Priest get a really good fair shake of this stick and have a really good long one.
Yes.
I think that'd be great.
Another point as well is that if they took the championship off Damian Priest now, directly after Rhea Ripley's had to relinquish it, that would just be
Judgment Day would look weak.
Down the drain.
Yeah.
That would be the end of it.
Lost their tag titles, lost the women's title. Yeah. If Priest loses this, he's lost the heavyweight title.
So yeah, he's keeping it.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. So those are our predictions, and if you've seen this before, you know what's coming next. Leanne, what's your overall thought on this card? Good, bad, mid?
Mid. It's mid.
Yeah.
I like that there's quite a lot of title matches. That's quite cool. High stakes, sort of.
Yeah.
There's almost half the matches are women's matches, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. 60-40 split.
It's only 5 matches, so it's not a very high bar anyways. But yeah, I think it could be fun, but it's not really... It's not catching my attention as...
No.
Oh, things can happen.
I mean, we literally got spoiled about 2 weeks ago with Dynasty.
Yes.
That show, top to bottom, had a couple of down moments, but
definitely.
It was a banger start to finish. You know,
especially finish.
Yeah, but then you get this, and it's like, okay, that's going to be good. That's going to be, that's going to be, that's going to be. Oh yeah, okay, and that's going to be.
Most of this stuff could be on a Raw or a SmackDown. Essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, but there we go.
Going on the back of that, then, what is your least looking forward to match?
Oh dear, it's probably hang on, Steele's notes.
Every time. There's only 5 matches. 5 matches.
Oh, it's actually not that.
To crown Booker T.
Bayley, Naomi, Tiffany. Least looking forward.
Yeah, you're going for the triple threat.
Yes.
And when I'm editing, I always forget which one you says. I'm just put a little note.
Yeah.
On that. Any reason why over the others?
Tiffany's annoying. No builder.
I thought you were going to say Naomi's annoying. I was like,
Naomi is a bit annoying as well.
The glow thing.
The hair didn't work. Sorry.
What's happened is she's seen Mercedes Moné do it, and she's like, I can do that.
Well, they're close friends, aren't they? Because they left together.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They walked out the company.
Yep. So they probably did it together. Who knows?
That's dyeing the hair. That.
Sorry. I'm gonna get us cancelled for real. Yeah. So that one.
I was going to do an acclaim thing, and I thought I better not.
It's too easy to predict. I know a lot of these are.
Yeah.
And if the prediction isn't right, then that's just going to sour the whole show for me. So that one is my least looking forward to.
Okay. For me, I think it's the women's tag match.
Okay.
Because I feel that the Kabuki Warriors haven't had a fair shake of this.
Yeah.
We've barely seen them. They've barely defended the titles.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks. That
Yes.
really sucks.
Because they're both so good.
And
so good.
to have to lose it to, and I'm not going to say Jade, because Jade is great.
Mm-hmm.
Jade should be a single star.
Yep.
Absolutely. She shouldn't have to be teaming up with anyone. But to lose it to someone like Bianca Belair, who I really think needs a massive makeover and everything.
At the same time, Bianca, I feel, is better as a solo star.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can.
She doesn't really
seem stuff's fine.
She doesn't seem to play well with others.
No.
Yeah.
I think for title wise, no. So yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah. So what about your most looking forward to?
I think it's gonna be KO Randy versus Solo and Tama.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in the storyline there, which I can't say about any of the other matches on this card.
Because there's actually story there.
There is a compelling story. It's really interesting. I can't wait for Paul Heyman's facial expressions the whole way through, and I think it's just going to be a great match. All four of these guys are amazing. I haven't seen Tama wrestle, I don't think at all, so I'm looking forward to that.
I think you wrestled or Wrestle Kingdom. I have to show you that match. I can't remember who we fought though.
So yeah, I think that's going to be a great one.
For me, I'm the same. Because A, it's story.
Yeah.
B, it's the participants. Kevin Owens, one of my favorites. Randy Orton, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa.
He's done so
He's
good
getting
since
really
come
good.
in.
He's really getting up there to become one of the, sort of the guys I'm like, oh, I'm going to keep more of an eye on this guy.
And his story, his acting in this whole story has been great. And
Tama Tonga, as I say, Gorillas of Destiny, Bullet Club, he's fantastic. It's phenomenal. The only way that he gets any better, as I say, is if Tonga Loa and Hikuleo comes over and joins him in the bloodline and just cements it. It'll be almost like a Bullet Club bloodline.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
I do love the one sort of signing off note that we've got here is that everyone's going, oh, Tama Tonga's in the thing. Now we can have more of a Bullet Club reunion with AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, and Tama Tonga. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor were never in the Bullet Club at the same time.
No.
So no, it's not a reunion.
Interesting. I can't imagine them being a reunion because they're all like scattered in different teams. They can't really come together anyway, even if it was a thing.
They're all on the same. No, they're not. Finn Balor's not.
Yeah.
So Cody, Tama, and AJ Styles. My brain just went nope.
AJ doesn't need no one. Finn Balor's not going to go anywhere that's not acknowledging the Judgment Day.
I don't know if the only one having brain farts.
Oh,
today.
I know, yes. I get Judgment Day and Dark Order mixed up still. It's terrible. Just in my brain, it just flips them. I know they're not the same at all.
All rise for the Judgment Day.
Exactly.
Take us away, Leanne.
Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you so much. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we drop new videos, including our reactions, which will be with you
probably Sunday. If this runs, it's probably going to run for 4 hours.
Because of all the ads and stuff.
So 6 o'clock, it'll finish at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll probably try to record that night.
But not edit. That's going to be
I won't
too
be.
late.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, even if I do edit and stay up until I edit it, it's not going to be until after the stroke of midnight. So it will be Sunday regardless.
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. So look forward to that one. Let us know in the comments or on socials what you're most looking forward to, least looking forward to matches are on this card. If you've got any hot takes that are either different from our predictions or reinforce them, we're always happy to have a discussion.
Yeah, do you feel Jade needs a tag team partner?
Yes, interesting. So let us know. For our socials, we are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and our link tree's in the description below, which will take you to all those places. That's all of the things. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, get backlash.
Don't let the backlash get you.
Don't let the backlash get you.
I clutching that straw so hard.
You got those straws. Bye.
Bullet Club.